So hey guys, so I'm gonna do the 50 question tag today because I wanted to record something. So the first question is, what is your name? So my name is Joe Toolan, but it used to be Jose because I'm adopted. So what does your name mean? So I don't think it really means anything in particular. My middle name is Lewis, which is after my grandfather's middle name on my mom's side, but I don't think it really has much meaning. Number 3 is, where are you from? So I'm actually from Guatemala originally. Number 4 is, where do you live? I currently live in Pasadena, Maryland, which is kind of between Baltimore and Annapolis, if you know about Maryland. If not, look it up. Number 6 is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. I used to think it was orange for the longest time, but it's definitely blue. Number 7, what is your star sign? I'm a Libra, go Libras. Number 8, what is your favorite music genre? So I think my favorite music genre is pop, but I listen to everything. Literally, I'll sit there and I'll listen to country music. I know, judge me. I will listen to Spanish music, judge me again. I will listen to alternative, I'll listen to rock, I'll listen to R&B, like anything, I'll listen to it. Number 8 is, who is your favorite musician? So right now, I think my favorite musician is this guy named Morgan, and it's Morgxn. And he's really good. He opened for Skylar Grey. I went to that concert last year for my birthday, and I actually went to another concert he was at, and he's just a really, really good singer. His voice is amazing. Also, really like Kesha right now. She's just releasing a lot of her new music, and it's awesome. What is my favorite food? I'm gonna go with chicken. I really like chicken. I could eat it with like anything. It's just really good. 11, what is my favorite drink? My favorite drink is probably, I'm gonna say coffee just because I drink it all the time. What is my favorite snack? I really like, snack-wise, anything chocolate, honestly. Like if it has chocolate in it, okay. And I also really like goldfish. 13, what is my favorite holiday? It's hands down Christmas, which I love getting our Christmas tree, decorating it. I love Christmas music. I love putting up lights outside my house. I love the time of year. It feels so magical and I love it. Number 14, what is my favorite pastime? I used to play soccer all the time, and I really like that. That was one thing that no matter what I was doing, I could look forward to that later in the day. It was so much fun. Number 15 is, what is your favorite sport? And that is soccer, hands down. Number 16 is, what is something you're talented at? I think I'm actually an okay artist. I don't think I'm the best or anything, but I definitely like painting. I really like drawing and coloring, but it's something that I don't do as much anymore. Number 17 is, what is something you wish you were talented at? I really wish I was a good singer. Growing up, I always wanted to be an artist, make my own music and sing, and my voice was not made for singing, but that doesn't stop me from jamming out in my car. I really wish I was better at singing. Number 18 is, are you competitive? I am very competitive. You really wouldn't know that unless you got to know me. When it comes to games, I'm super competitive. Number 19 is, describe yourself in a single sentence. I think I am an emotional, nerdy mess. That's how I'm going to describe myself. Take from that what you will. Number 20 is, what is the best compliment you have ever received? Honestly, recently I have been dyeing my hair and painting my nails, which is something that a lot of guys don't really do. And I've been getting a lot of compliments on that. I know it doesn't seem like it's that important, but it actually does make me feel really good because I'm just expressing myself a little bit differently than other people. 21, what are some of your bad habits? I know they say you shouldn't eat right before you go to bed, and I do that. And I used to bite my nails all the time, which is nasty. I hate it. Since I've been painting my nails, I haven't been biting them because I don't want them to get messed up. So that was actually a good way I got myself to stop biting my nails, was to paint my nails. 22, what are your favorite things about yourself? Okay, so my favorite thing about myself is that I feel like I'm very, just a good listener. Me, myself, I really like listening to other people if they have problems, if they just want to talk. I will sit there and listen to you. Oh my god, my dog is going crazy. There was thunder, guys, and my dog hates storms. Number 23 is, what is on the top of your bucket list? So I don't really have a big bucket list, honestly. There are definitely things I want to do, but I think one of the things that I really have been wanting to do for a long time is just travel more. 24, what are 3 long-term goals? So my long-term goals right now, honestly, are one, to finish my college degree, which it's not really a long-term goal because I only have like a year of school left, but it's been a long process of me getting my degree. Number two is I really want to get a good job. I love my job right now, but I want to get like a normal 9 to 5 job that I can work during the week. Because let me tell you something, working in retail, it tires you out. And then my last long-term goal, I think, is to fall in love. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but I don't know. I want to find that special someone, I guess. Okay guys, so I'm back. I'm sorry if it looks different, but my original camera that I was using, the battery died, and it's starting to get dark outside, so I'm trying to finish filming. So I'm back and I'm borrowing my sister's phone and I'm filming on my phone. It's a mess. So I was doing my short-term goals. So yeah, so my first short-term goal is just to start being a little bit healthier with things that I do. I definitely have been starting to work on it. Like I've been cutting soda out a lot and I've been trying to find like healthier alternatives to focus more on, you know, keeping my grades pretty well. I know last semester I was working 2 jobs and, you know, my grades kind of showed that, and that's one thing that I've always done good at school. So I'm trying to keep that momentum going. And then my last short-term goal, I think, is just to, you know, be a better person. I think we all have little things that we can work on to be better people in general. Number 26 is, what are you doing today to achieve these goals? So today, I really haven't done much, honestly. I have off work today, but I have already chosen to eat healthier. Like, I actually started off my morning with breakfast, which is one thing that, like, usually I'll just skip it. Okay, number 27 is, what is your biggest accomplishment? I think my biggest accomplishment is actually something that I did in high school, which is actually editing my senior yearbook. And that's one thing that the yearbook wasn't perfect. It came out, there was a few errors that we had missed, but me and 2 other people were kind of editing articles, making sure the pictures were cropped right, you know, changing the layouts if they weren't exactly right. We had to add some stuff to some of the stories in the yearbook, and that took a lot of time. I remember when I was a senior, we actually had a yearbook class, and I was in that class, and I would spend my lunches editing yearbooks and just looking at everything and making sure it was okay. And I think I'm really proud of it. It came out, you know, my name is in the book as one of the editors, and I'm really proud of how it came out. Number 28 is, what is your ideal first date? So I haven't really been on that many dates in my life, honestly. I went to the carnival for one, and like, that was pretty nice. And then, you know, I've been like out to eat. Although honestly, I'm like really easygoing. If you wanted to sit down and look at the stars or something, or if you wanted to just drive around and listen to music or anything, that could be a cool date. You can make anything into a date, honestly. Number 29 is, what is something you look for in a partner? And honestly, I think one of the most important things I find in a partner is that they're honest, which sounds kind of like a weird thing. There's a lot of people that I've run into that aren't very honest. And then I also really look for just a person that's going to be a good person. If you are the type of person that you're gonna judge someone based on their race, or you're gonna judge someone based on how they look, like I'm not okay with that. I'm the type of person who I try to keep a very open mind about things. And like, that's one thing that I think a lot of other people might not be able to do. But I really like people that kind of are more open-minded. Number 30 is, who is your role model? To be honest with you, I really can't think of like one person that I'm like, oh my god, I want to be just like them. But there are definitely some people that had impact on my life, and people that kind of speak out when there's stuff that's wrong. For example, this is just musicians. Lady Gaga, she stands with other people, she helps other people, she's been to like LGBT shelters to help out. Another musician that a lot of people don't really know about is Rabble, and he just came out with a song that was for trans people after Trump decided to ban them from the military. And he used his platform to help tell other people's stories. Number 31 is, which of your parents are you more like? I really want to say I'm more like my mom, just because I feel like I'm kind of a sensitive person, and she is a lot more sensitive than my dad is. The next question is, which of your parents are you closest to? And I'm definitely also closer to my mom than my dad. Number 33 is, what is the last book you read? So right now I'm reading a book called The Velvet Rage, which is about, it's growing up as a gay man in a straight man's world. And it's actually a really good book. It goes a little bit behind like the psychology of it even. And I haven't gotten that far into it yet, but I really like it. Number 34 is, what is your favorite fairy tale? I think my favorite fairy tale is Beauty and the Beast. Number 35 is, what is your favorite quote? And actually, my favorite quote is from Divergent. And it goes, people I have discovered are layers and layers of secrets. You will never know them, but sometimes you decide to trust them. Oh, and then another quote that I really like, which is also from Divergent, by the way, was, there are so many ways to be brave in this world, which I think is very true. Favorite subject in school? This is kind of a weird question because I'm going to be honest, I never really had a favorite subject. I don't really feel like I'm that good at that many different subjects, but I think my favorite subject recently has been art. I took an art class at community college recently, and it kind of reopened my art juices, if that makes any sense. It made my art juices flow a little bit more, and I feel like it's one thing I used to do all the time. I loved art class. I loved going to art class. What is the subject you were best at? I think I had the best grades in like English, which I do really like reading. Reading is one thing growing up I always did. Like, I was reading books all the time, whether it be Harry Potter. More recently, I read Divergent. I used to read Percy Jackson when I was growing up, all of those books, the Hardy Boys. There's just a lot of books that I'm reading, and I think that's one reason that English was a little bit easier for me than other subjects. Number 38 is, who is your favorite teacher? And I'm gonna change that to, who is your favorite professor? Because I have been out of high school for a couple years now, and I'm not really there. So currently I go to the University of Maryland at College Park, and a lot of the professors there are really good, but none of them have come, oh my God, I love you, like you're my favorite professor. So before that, I went to Anne Arundel Community College, and my favorite professor was my biology professor, Dr. Rango. She also taught environmental science, so I had her for that. And I actually was the supplemental instruction teacher for her. And she just really cared about her students. Like, you could tell she really wanted her students to do well. But you could also tell that she was really good at biology and she knew what she was talking about. 39, do you have a best friend? If so, then who? So my best friend is Yumio. Shout out to Yumio. I don't know if you're watching this, but we met in, I guess it was high school, and we met, I guess, somewhere around freshman or sophomore year. I didn't really know her that well, but we were in a group chat with other friends that knew her, and me and her became really, really close through that. So to this day, we text almost every single day. If we're not texting, it's weird. 40, who has left the most impact on your life? And I think the one person that's left the most impact on my life is my grandma. And she is not here anymore with us, but she was so accepting of me, and she always wanted to make sure I was doing okay. I'd go to school, I'd go to work, and I'd come home really late at night. She would be waiting up for me. We'd sit down and we'd just talk. We'd talk about my day. We'd talk about, whatever I had on my mind, honestly. And she would listen and she would offer me advice. I know before she passed away, I never really had the opportunity to tell her that I was gay. And that's one thing that I really do regret, because I really do think she would be accepting of it. And she had kind of hinted that she knew the whole time, but I wasn't really out at the time. But she was just really accepting about everything. And I really do miss her a lot. Number 41 is, what app do you use the most? I probably use like Facebook or Twitter the most. Number 42 is, what piece of technology can you not live without? I don't think I could live without my laptop. I know a lot of people will say phones, and I definitely do like my phone, but I definitely use my laptop for more schoolwork and things like that. Like, it's just easier to do on my laptop. And I have a Mac now, so like I can text people from my laptop if I need to and like do stuff. So definitely my laptop. Number 43 is, what countries have you visited? I technically have been into Guatemala, like I was born there, but I haven't gone back since I've been here. And then I've been to Aruba, which that was a couple years ago, but that was really fun. Number 45 is, what is on the top of your bucket list? I feel like that was just a question. Yeah, this question's on here twice. Like I said, I don't really have a bucket list, but I want to travel more. Number 46 is, what is the best memory you have? Ooh, that's an interesting one. So in my recent memory, I think the best memory I had, last summer, I went away with some of my friends for a week to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And we just had a lot of fun. We went out, had a lot of fun, went to the beach, just kind of relaxed. And that's one thing that, you know, these past couple years of my life, I have not done. I have consistently been busy out working or going to school. You know, I worked 2 jobs for the past like 2 years, and I just didn't have time to even breathe, really. Number 47 is, what is your most embarrassing memory? Okay, so recently, my most embarrassing memory was I had asked someone from work to go out with me, and we were sitting there at dinner, and I got President Trump and President Obama mixed up. And I don't know how I did that or why I did that. And then going off of that, I also got Joe Biden and Mike Pence mixed up while I was talking. And it was so embarrassing. Like, I was sitting there and I literally was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. And I really don't know why I did it. And I'm so, like, even now, retelling you the story, that's so embarrassing because they're not anything alike. They're far from the same type of person. So I don't know how I got them mixed up. But I was just sitting there and I was just like, oh my God, I just completely messed up this whole date and stuff. And like, I don't think I did, but like, it was really, really embarrassing. Number 48 is, how many relationships have you been in? And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been in any serious relationships. I've talked to a few guys, I've gone on a few dates, but none of them have led to anything super serious. Number 49 is, if you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? And honestly, I would tell my younger self, just be yourself. Don't sit there and worry about what other people think about you. You should embrace who you are as soon as you can and begin to experience it as soon as you can. Because when I was in high school, I was very afraid to come out of the closet. But I kind of wish I would have come out in high school, because I think I wasn't very comfortable even being myself. Like, the longest time I wanted to convince myself that I liked girls. I wanted to convince myself that like me having an attraction to guys was wrong. And I just kind of tried to suppress that for the longest time. Life does get better. As hard as it can be, it really does. And number 50 is, one thing that you know now that you wish you had known as a kid. And I'm going to go kind of the funny route with that, but I kind of wished that I knew Santa Claus wasn't real as a kid. Because when I found out, that like ruined me completely. I was very upset. And honestly, ever since I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real, yes, Christmas is great. You know, you get your presents. I still love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday, but it's not as magical. So that was 50 questions about me. Hopefully, I will have another video up soon. I have some footage shot that I just haven't had a chance to edit yet. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And yeah, so bye.